Hey y'all, it's Trina, your AI host, and welcome to the UnFilterHer podcast. This is the space where we keep it unfiltered, unapologetic, and undeniably her. And today, we've got a big one. Episode 6, Black Women in Politics, Making Noise or Making Change. Because listen, every election season, every political fight, somehow it comes back to us. Black women, the backbone, the conscience, the glue. But here's the question. Are we really being heard? Or are we just being used when it's convenient? Let's talk about it.
Unfiltered, unshaken, every rule I'm breaking. Unapologetic, I'm taking my stand. Unfiltered, undeniable, her, Black queen on demand.
First things first, let's get this out the way. America treats Black women like the emergency contact. Need to flip a state? Call the Black women. Need to register voters? Call the Black women. Need to save democracy? Again? Yep. Call the Black women. And you know what? We answer every single time. But once the job is done, when the dust settles, when the headlines move on, who checks on us? Who invests in us? Who protects us with the same energy we pour out? That's the part nobody wants to talk about. We've become the go-to fixers of democracy, but rarely the ones celebrated beyond a thank you tweet. And that, sis, is exhausting. So let's really sit in this question. Are we making noise or making change? Noise is when we shout, when we trend, when we call out injustice. Change is when those shouts actually shift policy, when that trending hashtag turns into a new law, when all that mobilizing actually transforms communities. And if we're honest, in 2025, we're doing both. We're loud and we're effective, but being both comes with a price. Think about it. How many times have we seen a headline saying, Black women save democracy? And then 6 months later, we're reading about rollbacks in education, healthcare, or DEI programs. That's the cycle. Celebrated one moment, sideline the next. Let's talk about that price. Black women are tired of being called on only in times of crisis. Because here's the thing, we showed up in 2020. We showed up in 2022. We showed up again in 2024. And what did we see right after? DEI programs slashed, voting rights challenged, reproductive rights rolled back. Tell me, how does that not feel like betrayal? We've been loyal to democracy, but has democracy been loyal to us? Now don't get it twisted. Fatigue does not mean defeat. Rest does not mean retreat. Sometimes rest is strategy. Sometimes rest is survival. Sometimes rest is the most revolutionary thing we can do. But sis, the truth is we don't even have the luxury of fully checking out. We've never had that option. This fatigue also shows up in our daily lives, from the stress of carrying family responsibilities to watching laws pass that don't reflect our needs. It feels like we're constantly asked to be superhuman. And while we do the impossible, society rarely pauses to ask how we're really doing. And on top of that, we're fighting against lies. Whole campaigns are built to convince us not to vote, not to care, not to show up. Fake posts, fake narratives, fake conversations sliding into your feed, trying to whisper, sis, it doesn't matter, stay home. But we know the truth. When Black women show up, elections shift, period. And people who don't want us in power, they know it too. That's why they work overtime to silence us. It's not just online. It shows up in real life too. From voter ID laws to polling stations being closed in predominantly Black neighborhoods, it's all designed to create roadblocks. It's not about apathy. It's about systems making participation harder. So the real question is not just if we'll keep showing up, but how we protect ourselves against the misinformation and suppression built to hold us back. Now let's break this down. We talk so much about national politics, presidents, senators, Congress, and yes, that's important. But let's be clear, local politics is where the real everyday change happens. School boards deciding what your kids can and can't read. City councils deciding where money goes, who gets housing, who doesn't. Now nationally, we've made some historic gains. More Black women in Congress than ever before. For the first time ever, 2 Black women senators serving at the same time. That's huge. That's progress. But let's be honest. We've never had a black woman governor. Not one. We've never had a black woman president. And when a black woman, the vice president of the United States, ran for president in 2024, the way folks treated her, whew, it showed us the glass ceiling is still alive and well. So yes, we're breaking records. But we're also hitting walls. Representation matters, not just for the sake of making history, but because laws, policies, and priorities shift depending on who's at the table. If black women aren't there, our issues risk being overlooked or ignored. And here's the part nobody likes to acknowledge. Being the backbone of democracy comes with a cost. It costs us our health. Black women are more likely to suffer from stress-related illnesses. High blood pressure, heart disease, anxiety. It costs us financially. When black women run for office, we raise less money than our peers. We're doubted more, scrutinized more, and it costs us emotionally. Because being the strong one all the time, that wears you down. We're carrying the weight, but too often we're not given the support to match it. This isn't just about politics. It's about the culture of expecting black women to do it all without asking what we need in return. That has to change. Now, sis, I hear you. You might be thinking, okay, Trina, this all sounds good, but I'm not a politician. I'm not marching in D.C. I don't have time for city council meetings. So what can I really do? Let me tell you, you don't have to run for office to be political. Politics is simply about power. Who has it, who uses it, and how it affects your life. And you do have a voice even if it doesn't feel like it. Here's how. 1. Start local. Don't just focus on the White House. Focus on your house, your school board, your city council, your neighborhood watch. These folks decide what your kids learn, what businesses come to your area, even how safe your streets feel. Showing up at one town hall can make a bigger difference than 1,000 tweets. 2. Support candidates who support you. If you can't run, back the ones who can. That might mean donating $5 to a campaign, volunteering a few hours, or just spreading the word. Representation doesn't happen by accident. It happens because communities push their people forward. 3. Use your everyday voice. Politics isn't always at the ballot box. It's in conversations. It's in calling out misinformation. It's in writing an email to your representative when a law doesn't sit right. It's in supporting businesses that reflect your values. Don't underestimate the power of your daily choices. 4. Educate yourself and others. Knowledge is power, sis. Read up on what's happening in your state. Know your rights. Teach your kids, your cousins, your friends. The more informed we are, the harder it is for anyone to silence us. 5. Claim your rest too. And finally, don't believe the lie that being political means burning yourself out. Rest is resistance. Rest is strategy. You can be engaged without being consumed. The point is, your voice matters. It always has. And when you use it, even in small ways, you add to the chorus that pushes change forward. So back to the question, are black women in politics just making noise or making change? The answer is both. Our noise shakes the walls. Our change shifts the floor beneath them. We've always been the blueprint. And we'll keep pushing, not because we owe America anything, but because we owe it to ourselves and to the generations coming after us. That's it for episode number 6 of the UnFilterHer podcast. Thank you for checking me out. Make sure you subscribe, share this episode with your girls, and join the conversation with us online. And don't forget, tune in next week for another unfiltered, unapologetic, undeniably her conversation. When I talk about black women and dating apps, love in the algorithm era, yep, I'm going there. I'll catch you next time.